يلا جاية بيها please. 1 2.
Well, the origin of Oliver was essentially as a music and drama therapy programme. We wanted the musical to be about children who had lost their place in society, children who had been abandoned in some way by society. So we started off initially with running workshops for 100 Syrian and Jordanian children in Jordan. When Charles Dickens wrote Oliver Twist, what he was writing was a sort of kind of a way to shame Victorian London about child poverty and the lack of help for people who could fall through the gaps in society. And Khalid said, this is what the modern Arab world is like. There's no welfare state. None of the things that we take for granted in our comfortable Western democracies exist in the Arab world. They then had 6 months of Oliver Camp. Essentially, we ran Oliver Camp from March till September. So every day of that summer holiday, those children were in the Queensland Development Centre learning the songs from Oliver, and they were word perfect by the time they went on stage.
You are dealing with a different kind of talent. I don't know. It's really difficult. With the children, it's really difficult. Also with what kind of children. They are not children choir. They don't sing in school. They don't sing, even some of them when they sing, they don't sing Western music. They sing only Arabic music.
We're a few days from the show. Everybody has, of course, the butterflies in their stomachs, which is understandable. But I have a big faith in the kids. The kids are moving on nicely. They're getting all the notes. They're changing. They're getting the whole idea of having a flow.
كنت أحب لما يوم الجمعة أبي ياخذنا على المطعم أو ياخذنا السيران. أكتر شيء كان أبي دائما هيك ياخذنا يسوي لنا شو ما بدنا، يشتري لنا ألعاب، يشتري لنا شو ما بدنا. كان أبي هو ما معه مصاري، يعني ما بيقدر ياخذنا على الأراني، ما بيقدر ياخذنا مثلا رحلة أو شيء. مدرستي بسوريا كانت خاصة، كان الأستاذ يعاملنا يعني هيك عادي كأنه باحترام. أما هون بيعاملونا بالضرب، بيضربونا هون.
غيرت لي حياتي. كانت بالنسبة لي شخصيتي ضعيفة، يعني كانت أي مثلا من رفقات أمي يحكوا معك تخجل. بس لما رحت لهنيك صرت يعني أعرف ناس وناس وناس، وبالنسبة يعني قوة شخصيتي إنه صرت أغني قدامه، نحكي قدامه، صار شخصيتي.
Obviously, the most important people at the heart of this production were the children themselves. And what their parents said that we'd given the children was they'd learnt to express themselves, they'd learnt to present themselves. They had learnt, they'd learnt to sing really very well indeed. What they learnt was that if you work extremely hard at something, you can achieve excellence. And they did achieve excellence.
Thank you, Nana.
وسكون تام هنا هو. Right? يلا. بيقولوا ايه في المسرح؟ بريك الليج، يعني ايه؟ جت كسر رجلينا. اوكي؟ كسر رجليك. جت كسر رجليك. يلا.
People said in Jordan it was the best show they'd seen for 20 years. And the children who had been deeply traumatised, who'd lost everything they'd grown up with when they'd had to leave Syria, suddenly found themselves standing in front of crowds of people who were giving them standing ovations night after night after night. be a terrible betrayal of the children and all the hard work that they put into making this musical as magnificent as it was if we don't get this film finished and get it shown to the world. They worked as hard as they did because they wanted the world to see what they had done. They want to tell their stories to the world. And they are children who have risked being forgotten by the world, and yet they have the courage and the determination and the self-discipline to put themselves centre stage and to sing their little hearts out. And it's for them that I want you to help us.